I'm Jan Hamilton and we're here at Milford down in the Northern Midlands, just north of Conara.
After moving to Tasmania in 2016, Jan Hamilton and her husband Geoff embarked on a journey to transform their property at Conara into a thriving agricultural gem.
We had 12 new troughs that we put into the paddocks that were along the river that were accessing the water out of the river for the stock. We did about 8,500 metres of fencing. So not only fencing out the main South Esk waterway, but other waterways as well. We also revegetated about 2 hectares of treed area to help with the biodiversity in those areas. As you can see here, it's not very far between here and our neighbouring property. And when the river was low, we had a lot of problems with stock wandering us from here to there and from there to here. So that's a sort of a biosecurity risk. We're not losing stock across the river anymore. We're getting regrowth on our riverfronts, and we've revegetated some of those areas as well. We're seeing a lot more bird life, little bird life, a lot more insects.
The Tamar Action Grants bring local properties together to improve water quality by reducing pathogens, benefiting the entire community and supporting a healthier environment for all. The program's achievements are not just immediate, they also lay the groundwork for lasting environmental improvements.
I'd really love to see more and more people doing this because we see the benefit, and it'd be great to see more people upstream of us doing the same thing.